For our next video in the series, we're going to learn how to create this simple dog bone and apply some physical materials so we can analyze the properties, such as mass, density, volume, area. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and start with a new design. And I'll get in the habit, of going up to a symbol and saying new component. For this one, for the component name, I'm going to call it dog bone. And I'll hit OK. So you notice over here, I created that component. I will go ahead and save, and I'll call it dog bone as well. And I'll make sure that I put it in the correct location. Remember that, right? And if our folder doesn't show up there, we can click the arrow here and kind of go through our directory or our folder system here. Okay. So it's there. We'll hit save. Now we're ready to go. I'll go ahead and close the data pane over here just to give myself a little more space. I'm going to start with a sketch now, and I'll start with the XY plane. I'll just take my line tool, and what I'm going to do with a revolution, I'm just going to draw half of the shape. So I'll come up here and move it up to about 3 inches. You can see over there on the side where it says 3. I'll come over, and I'm really just going to use the grid here. So I'll come over here about 0.5 inches, come down here about another ½ inch. I'm just trying to keep it simple for now. So you can see I've come over from that corner about 2 blocks out from our original line. I'm going to kind of just follow that pattern. Now later on, I'll show you how to do some mirroring so we can actually just flip this over. Alright, so you notice there that I've got a closed off shape. I've got half of it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit finish sketch. I'll go up here now. We were at extrude in our last video. This time we're going to use Revolve. And here it is. Here's Revolve. All I really have to do is just click the straight up and down line here. Now let's talk about a few things. Profile would be the shape that you're actually going to revolve. Right? Most of the time, Fusion is intuitive enough to know, hey, that's probably what they want to revolve. So you can click Axis, and you just click the line. After you do that, you can tell it how far you want to revolve. Maybe you don't want it to go all the way around. Maybe you only want it to go halfway. Right, so we can actually kind of just preview and rotate that, right? In this particular case, we do want it to go all the way around, so we'll just hit 360 degrees, which is the default. Alright, so there we go. Let's hit the home button up here. That'll let me try it again. That'll zoom it in for us. Now I want to go ahead and create some properties here. So I'm going to right click over here where it says dog bone 1, where we name the component, and I'll say physical material. And it takes it a little bit of time just to pop up. Now in class we use plastic quite a bit, so we're going to make sure the library says Fusion 360 Material Library. We'll go down here to plastic. And I'm just going to drag ABS plastic over to the dog bone. Now it's made out of ABS. So just dragging it over there, that'll apply the material. Now, in class, we grade by using the physical properties. So what we'll do now, we've applied the physical property, but we'll right click and we'll go down here to where it says properties. So we'll click on properties and give it a second. The general will show up, so will the manage. We're really interested in the physical properties, so we'll expand that. So when we come around to be graded, we'll be looking for these particular numbers. So mass, volume, density, and area. Regardless of material, your volume and your area, they'll remain the same. Now if we did change material though, right, if we made it out of steel or something, the mass and the density are going to change. Volume and area won't though, because they're geometrical properties, right? They are dependent on the dimensions and the sizes of shapes that we used. Before you exit, remember there's that asterisk up there. That means it's unsaved, so we want to go over here and click the save. And then we're good to go.